strategic cycle, 2008 to 2011, and you can see 2008 through 2012 some of our key indicators for success and participation. So first line participation is 695. We go as high as 917, 2012, 785. You'll see a jump up in 2011 as we had a bit of a partnership with the COPD program, and some day passes were purchased and individuals used the facility in partnership. Member renewal, so that's the number of individuals that renew on a regular basis, and as you can see that continues to climb each year. And again, the number of people that we've been able to financially assist is also climbed slightly each year. We have a national member satisfaction survey that is delivered actually through WestShoreMedia Canada, and it's done now on an annual basis. It used to be done every other year, and it's kind of like how a 5-star or 4-star would be related. There's a number of standards that we are hope to exceed, and our facilities exceed national standards. So that's been a real kudos to the staff that are working directly in the site to see that continue to grow. 2012 highlights in itself, over 782 participants were served. The annual membership, so people who continue on an annual basis, was 415 members. We ran day camp for the first time this year, so we're excited about being able to expand that in the upcoming year. As many of you know, we have a member advisory committee, which are volunteers of the community, and 8 volunteers that participate in that. We try to engage in as many opportunities that come up within the community, and we'll continue to look for more opportunities to partner so that we can serve more individuals and share resources, be more effective. And as I mentioned before, financial assistance remains a focus. 77 children and students are engaged in the YMCA. We've had an increased focus on ages 10 to 13. I'm sure the statistics around children and childhood obesity are no surprise to anybody, and the Federation is taking a real position around trying to get younger children active in our centers. And again, continue to look for partnerships within the community, such as the high school. We've moved into a new strategic cycle, and certainly the Lambton Shores area was part of that process. YMCA Southwestern Ontario hired a consultant to go into all our communities and ask questions about what was important for them in the future, and collected some data, and through our board of governance put together a new strategic vision that starts in 2013, Together We Can. So it really starts to leverage again more armed partnerships and looking for commonalities and common approaches and common visions. What this looks like are 3 key areas that will work for us in 2016. Strengthening the bonds that build families and communities, improving the health of individuals, and understanding and addressing issues facing young people in their community. We're going to build on the energies that we've already had in previous years in Lambton Shores, and we hope to continue to do that. We've got some ideas around partnering with community recreation groups, new relationship with high school, certainly with changing in the health industry. A lot of programs are being divested into the communities. Cardiac rehab, there's a lot of those types of programs that need to find a home and a partner. So those are some of the things that we're going to look at in the future. And as you heard earlier, youth programming in Grand Bend. Our goals for 2013 are to maintain our participation level of about 800 individuals, and again, maintain an annual membership of at least 415. We look to improve our quality health indicators. Again, there's very specific outcomes when it comes to our national standards. around impacting families and healthy outcomes with those, and we'll continue to measure those. Building stronger relationships like the ones that we have done in Grand Bend. We want to continue to leverage those types of relationships and strengthening the community's ability to donate and to support those initiatives. And then introduce a new family model program in the Shores YMCA. The operating budget, you can see a bit of the trend, a few years at a glance. You'll notice the top being the revenue, and then the middle two, which are red or green, are compensation and other expenses. In a challenging economic environment where expenses continue to go up, and being able to bring new staff and expertise on, that continues to be a challenge, but we've been able to maintain that quality while minimizing the impact on overall expenses. And the bottom is, you'll note your contribution to recreation and health and wellness, and again, we've been able to minimize the contribution that is required from the taxpayers to be able to serve these individuals within the community. The final is a little bit more of a breakdown of the overall membership, the level of subsidies, financial assistance that we're providing to individuals, and some of the key areas of expenses. And then the bottom is the contribution to recreation, which includes all of the services that I had mentioned earlier that are behind the scenes. And again, we're looking at 2003 as a net of $405, so break-even operation. Some of the things that we would certainly, as the facility starts to age a little bit and start to consider continuing to protect the investment that you've already made, we've made some suggestions. Some of them are lifespan issues, and to start considering putting maybe some funds aside around and upgrades. And these are directly related to the standards that we want to continue to maintain and around renewal and member and participant. At this point, I certainly would love to entertain any questions that anybody might have.
Thank you for your presentation. Is there any questions from the council? I think we did have some capital that we put in with our budget. $5,000 this year to do some of those capital upgrades to our facility.
Right. Right. The only other thing just to remind council and make note of is in 2014, it is time to look at renewing the 2013 time to renew our partnership agreement, and something that we might want to start looking at soon.
Council has said we would be doing request for proposals and going through that process.
Okay.
Councillor Cook?
I guess just looking at the capital recommendation, would that be opportunities there for corporate sponsors possibly to which one is that? An initiative that you'd be undertaking to try to?
That's certainly an initiative that we could support the municipality with doing. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions? Councillor Murdoch?
Yes, through you to Stevers. Thank you for sharing. I'm just interested in your new family programming model and how that differs from your current approach.
When we initially opened the facilities, the model changed a little bit from our original performance, and we ended up predominantly offering services to adults. And those were decisions at the time that the municipality made in the best interest of the community at the time. What we have at this point is a single purchase, so individuals purchase on their own. What we've moved to is a combined $86 a month for everybody in the family too. So it's a discounted model for everybody to be able to participate. The challenge for us has been previously up to this year is we have been serving mostly students 14 years of age and over. So it's been predominantly single purchases. So we see this as an opportunity to be able to start offering more programs to parents with smaller children and youth, and still